This is a criminal. Pay close attention to his face. Now, I want you to pick him out of a lineup. Which one is it? Before I reveal the correct answer, please write down your selection in the comment section. Which one did you choose? Number 5?
Wrong.
Number 4?
Wrong.
Wrong. It's none of them. The guy wasn't even in the lineup. This happens all the time in real life. Witnesses often assume that the perpetrator is in the lineup. Sometimes, the officer even asks,
Which one of these men did it?
do you see the problem with this question? It implies that the perpetrator, the perp, is in the lineup. The witness will reason, well, the guy with the beard looks more like the culprit than any of the other guys, so I guess it must be him. But looking like the culprit and being the culprit are two different things. The officer must clearly and explicitly instruct the witness before making the identification.
Sir, the perpetrator may or may not be in the lineup. It is okay to not identify anyone.
In one experiment, doing so reduced false identifications by a whopping 42%. It's very effective. Now, once the witness makes the identification, the officer might say something like,
Good, you identified the suspect.
Officer, don't do that, bro. Do you realize what the problem is here? In lab experiments, witnesses who received such confirming feedback later thought that they were more confident of their identification when they first made it. Actually, they were not confident when they made the ID, but the confirming feedback made them falsely remember being confident at the time. I've read an excerpt from a real trial transcript where the witness was super hesitant and was struggling to make the identification. Oh my god, I don't know. Oh man. Then he made the ID, and the officer gave him confirming feedback. Then months later, at trial, the witness was asked,
Were you positive it was number 2? It wasn't a maybe?
He said, there was no maybe about it. I was absolutely positive. Note that the officer can signal to the witness that he picked the right person without even saying a word. He can imply it with his body language. Even a nod and a smile might imply it. Officer, it was number 2. That's why I recommend the blind setup, where the officer who administers the lineup is not aware who the real suspect is. This avoids explicitly or implicitly suggesting to the witness who the police have in mind. I also recommend taking a confidence statement at the time of identification to document the actual level of confidence, because witnesses typically grow in confidence as time passes, either due to confirming feedback or due to multiple exposures to the same person. They might first see him from the image that was generated by the police sketch artist, then in a picture lineup, like a photo spread, then in an actual lineup in person, then again at trial. So they think, yes, I recognize him very well. I could never forget his face. Well, yes, he does look very familiar, but not because you have seen him at the crime scene. It's because you've seen him multiple times from the photos and the lineup. Also, if the witness takes too long to make the identification, that's a red flag. I say we should ignore his testimony altogether. Recognition memory is quick. If you are taking longer than 10 to 15 seconds, you are not recognizing. You are reasoning, rationalizing, and justifying your choice. In a famous case, Jennifer Thompson misidentified her attacker, so he spent 11 years in prison for a crime he did not commit.
I can remember looking to the detective and saying, it's between 4 and 5, can I have them do it again?
And then she knew it was number 5, Ronald Cotton.
Did you feel absolutely certain? Absolutely certain.
Come on, Jenny, Habibti, if it's between 4 and 5, then by definition, you are not certain.
Did anybody say to you, good job? Well, what was said to me afterwards was, that's the same person you picked out in the photo lineup. So in my mind, I thought, bingo, I did it right. I did it right.
It is recommended to video record the lineup procedure to document the witness's reaction to the suspects as well as any misconduct. And remember, the fact that the witness is confident is no guarantee that he is right, as we have seen in my previous video, the problem with eyewitness testimony. But if the witness was not confident, it is important for the jury to know that. When composing the lineup, the police are reluctant to increase the similarity between the people because they are afraid it will decrease the chance of identifying the suspect. But it is crucial for the people selected for the lineup, known as fillers, to resemble the initial description of the witness. Otherwise, we have a problem. If the witness said that the perp was a short, stocky, bald man, man with a clean-shaven face, then it would be foolish if one person in the lineup fits this description, while the others are slim, tall, bearded, with long, luscious hair. Because guess who the witness will choose? Another problem is that witnesses often compare the people in the lineup to each other and choose the one who most resembles the person they remember. It becomes a relative judgment, like who is most like the person I remember. To avoid this, lineups should be sequential, meaning the witness should be shown one person at a time. Is this the guy? No. Okay, here's another one. Is this the guy? No. Okay, here's another one, and so on. This way, the witness directly compares the person to the person he remembers, and is forced to decide on the spot before moving on. Studies show that when the perp is not present in the lineup, an innocent person is identified 43% of the time in the standard simultaneous lineups, but only 17% of the time in sequential lineups. And when the perp was present in the lineup, then doing it sequentially did not decrease the chance of identifying him. So sequential lineups have a great upside, but no downside. Thanks for watching. May you never be arrested. But if you do, please share this video with the officer and ask him to subscribe to my channel. Someone's getting arrested. Good luck with the lineup, bro.